Hi, it's Julie here at Great Golf Solutions. Today we're going to talk about your hips and what your hips should do in your golf swing. A lot of people, whether it's men or women, their hips are going to be either more active or less active. And what I like to have my students work on is, I'm not so concerned with how much you rotate your hips. The key thing is that you're going to have some rotation in your hips to where you can transfer your weight, and as a right-handed golfer, you can transfer your weight from your right back through to your left on your follow-through. And when I look at somebody's hips, what I want to focus on is as they set up, their hips, first off, when they set up, are square to their target. So remember, when we line up to our target, we're going to line the ball up and the club first, and then our hips are going to be parallel left. So you want to make sure that your hips and your swing are going to be parallel to your target line. That's key. But then as you swing the club and you rotate your hips, so when you rotate your hips, remember, people will say, well, how far do I rotate? How little do I rotate? And the key thing is that your rotation of your hips wants to be enough that you can transfer your weight. What I like to tell my students is focus more on working on your shoulder rotation, and if you are relaxed enough, your hips will rotate about, if your shoulders are going to rotate close to 90, your hips are going to go about 45 degrees. So just let them rotate on their own. What you want to guard against is really being firmed up and not allowing that. So rotate your hips back, and then as you rotate your hips back, what you want to focus on, you got to remember that those hips have got to rotate through to your target. So as you start your downswing and your hips are rotating back, they have got to fire through and rotate and get square to your target on the follow-through. Don't allow your hips to rotate back and then stop them from going anywhere forward. The key thing I tell my students is, if you're hitting the ball off to the right and you want to know why you're hitting them onto your right, I always have my students swing and stop their follow-through, and then I take the club, get it pointed at their belly button, and I say, well, you're hitting it to the right because your hips are lined up over to the right. So I have them work on getting that club pointed right out to their target. So remember, hip rotation is something that you just want to allow your body to do. There's not a right or wrong amount of hip rotation. You want to make sure that you can transfer your weight from your right back through to your left. When you rotate your hips through, they need to get square to your target. That's going to help you hit the ball to your target. The more you leave your hips open or swing them around to your left, that's going to show in where you hit the ball. Hopefully this will help in your golf game. Take these tips from the driving range out onto the golf course. Lower your scores, because that's our #1 goal here at Great Golf Solutions.